What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Wisco Madman coming at you with another reaction video. If you guys haven't already, please be sure to smash that like button down below, hit that sub, and flip them notifications over to all. Now, we checking out some stuff, getting into, since we've gotten to the point with the Upchurch vlogs, talking about some people in the industry and whatnot. I want to do some coverage on some things that kind of encompasses some more things within the quote-unquote country rap world. I guess I call it the country rap world, or that's the best term I got for it, man. I don't know what else to call it. Shit I relate to. Let's go like that. So this here happens to be on Shotgun Shane's page. Haven't checked out anything from Shotgun Shane at all. Honestly, never really related to his stuff that much. And, you know, other things that happened well before I started reacting that, yeah. Anyway, so to Shotgun Shane, I'm not trying to steal your shit. I don't even think this is actually your video. I'm pretty sure you just reposted it. Because I'm pretty sure this is off of JJ's, like, Instagram or some shit. But anyway, as Shotgun Shane puts it, JJ Lawhorn tells it like it is, calls out Jelly Roll and Struggle, and explains this particular one that we're going to start with is part 1. There is also a part 2 we're going to do all in the same video. I don't care if it's an hour long, because I'm not looking to, like, oh my god, get views on it. I just want it all in one. So let's jump up in it.
But in a nutshell, it's like this. There's a lot of people that you think that are hardcore or like some country dude or whatever. They ain't shit. They don't really go hard. They don't really do nothing, because at the end of the day, Jelly Roll said he was going to come to my place and smack the shit out of me. But you know what?
Damn.
Shit never happened. You want to know why? Because he found out who I was, and he found out.
I wonder why Jelly would be going around saying some shit like that. Like, and I'm not hardcore like Jelly Roll Rada, but like, I've also met Jelly before. Granted, it wasn't like authentic, like, oh, I got to hang out with him and shit like that. Like, it wasn't even a meet and greet. We happened to catch him up in Cheyenne, Wyoming, and I don't think that's the first time I've come across him, honestly. But either way, it doesn't matter. He was cool. He was signing shit and whatnot. But that's not much of an interaction with him. I don't know why the hell he would be, I'm going to smack the shit out of you. Bruh, you are huge. And that's no disrespect. You are huge. Like, sure, if you get me, that's going to fucking hurt. But you're also going to be out of breath the second you move one hand. So I don't think he's getting into mega fights with people. As long as they can avoid the punches, I think they'd be alright.
The JJ Lawhorn don't play that shit. We don't walk around pretending to be internet gangsters.
Oh, and I guess what I was getting at is, like, I'm wondering, like, why would JJ be like, oh, he wanted to smack the shit out of, for what? Why?
I don't have some sort of false name like Jelly Roll, no pseudonym, I'm just a normal guy that's a hillbilly that really lives a country lifestyle. I really do disembowel things with my hands. I really do cut animals apart and butcher them. You know what I'm saying? I do this shit, and I kill the things that I eat, and we use all these things, man. I make hats out of animals, man. What you
That's
over
dope.
here doing messing with me? You really want to threaten me? You gonna say you gonna come up to my house and you gonna smack the shit out of me? It's a long driveway, buddy, and you ain't never gonna make it. You ain't never gonna make it to the end of it if you come down here with ill will against me, man. I can promise you that. We don't play no shit.
People forget what being a real motherfucker's about. And that's not, like, this ain't over here bragging, bro. I might be doing some new agey shit, reacting to videos and stuff like that, but, like, dude, people forget that, like, wars go on every day. Do you, do you expect because you say some shit online or on the TV and guilt me that I'm not gonna protect myself? We didn't make this Wild West yet. That's just what it is.
We don't threaten nobody. We pray for everybody, even the people that hate us. I pray for Jelly Roll that the Lord changes him and helps him become a better person, because he was truly a one-of-a-kind asshole, and also just like I said, a low-life POS. I mean, just to take someone's kindness that helped him in the way that I helped him and his buddy Struggle Jennings, to do that and mistake my kindness for weakness when they begged me. I'm talking about they begged me, boo-hoo, and begged me, boy. They begged me for my help. And you know what? I was kind enough to not only help them when nobody else would, but to give them the discount of the century, you know what I'm saying? And only for them to smash my shit all up, not bring my shit back on time. You know, like, damn, where's my vehicle? It's been gone for 2 days past, when y'all gonna bring it back, kind of shit. Like, didn't give me the damn money they're supposed to, even though they got a quarter of the standard pricing. Like, people like that, dude, that leave a Newports and gym bags and dirty underwear and shit like this in a damn touring vehicle. Like, you gonna ask me to borrow my shit and then go bring it back to me like that? Nah, hell no. File.
Bro, what the fuck? That just like straight up speaks to you motherfucker's character. Like, you can have gone to prison, you can have had a struggle life and shit like that, and still be a fucking stand up person. But you do some shit like this? That doesn't speak stand up person.
A police report on your ass is what the hell I did, because I'm a sensible person, you know, that's going to make a record of you threatening me. Because you want to go ahead and threaten me and play games and try to play games with my family, play games with me, we going to see. We going to see who's hard. We going to see we going to see who's got some grit. And it ain't Jelly Roll. He's over there in the back eating him some donuts and chopping it up and winning him some CMT awards. But I got news for you, buddy. CMT awards, that's fine. You can sell more tickets than I can count. That's fine. I don't give a damn. It still never make you country. Still never make you write one country song in your life. I got more country in my pinky than that some bitch has in his whole body. And here's your proof too. One of his insults to me was that some bitch called me white trash, which you couldn't call me white trash. And there ain't no white trash that's living like I was living. I might have lived in a little house on the side of a mountain, but my shit is neat, motherfricker. I tell you right now, my shit look like a golf course.
I mean, I'd wear the title with pride. I don't fuck. Like, calling somebody white trash is just like, hey, clearly you got some insecurities that you're worried about there, champ. I ain't worried about myself, so call me white trash. I don't fuck.
Boy, I be out there weeding that shit by hand, dog. I'm talking about, I got 75 acres. You gonna come down here, you gonna tell me my shit ain't correct? I might live humble, but I ain't no white trash, by God. And if you gonna use that and call me white trash like it's an insult, then that says a lot about who it is and how you feel about your demographic, the people that you're selling music to. You're supposed to get down with a white trash. You're supposed to get down with a country folk.
I mean, have they looked at themselves? I'm sure the white trash has been used towards both of them. I mean, Jelly's got tattoos all over his face. And this isn't me, like, talking shit. This is just me being like, bruh, how you gonna call somebody something that I'm sure you got called plenty of times?
All of a sudden, it's a condescending comment. You son of a bitch. Let me tell you something. You don't know shit about country music. You're an overweight rapper that I pray loses some weight, and has a serious life-changing stuff as a result of you getting some fame or something. I hope it goes reverse and it don't get to your head. I hope that you actually humble yourself up and realize that the Lord's been merciful to you despite you being an asshole. He's the same way for me. I was an asshole too. I've done some things that were less than perfect, but I've never done anybody the way that sumbitch and his buddy Struggle Jennings did me, because I would never take advantage of somebody's kindness and mistake it for weakness. I would never screw somebody over that did something so significant to help me. And that's the kind of person that I am. So I don't give a shit about fame. I don't give a shit about money, but I care about principles, and I care about honor, and I care about respect. And that some bitch ain't got no respect. He don't got no honor, and he don't got no reverence for nobody, and not even the people that would go out of their way to help him when they didn't have to. So, Jelly Roll, I'm going to pray for you, even though I ain't a fan. You know, the Lord's going to have to do a whole lot more to you before I'll make a public statement that says that you don't suck as a person. So, there you go. Struggle Jennings, I used to think that he was pretty cool too. I helped him out a couple times, and it never really went bad for me. I felt good about it until he gave my shit to Jelly Roll and he destroyed it and then wouldn't make it better. See, where I come from, people that go out of their way to help other folks. If I was to lend you something, you know what I'm saying, and you lent it out to somebody else and they destroyed that shit, I mean, it would be up to you to make it right. So,
Yo. So it wasn't like both them like came and shown up and collectively borrowed it. It sounds like Struggle is the one that actually borrowed it, and then Jelly borrowed it from Struggle, which gets a little dicey if you think of it from the standpoint of the what is it, borrowee, the person borrowing the shit out, like JJ in this case. It gets a little shady, for sure. In my head, if I were borrowing something to somebody else and they borrow it to another person. But hey, as long as you like tell me and shit, I mean, I could understand how that would be okay. But yeah, dude, that's fucked. That's fucked. And like straight the fuck up, like people can say what they want, like, oh, he's sitting here trashing those dudes. You know why I think it's all right, and I understand like JJ has every right to say this shit, is because he was doing some motherfuckers a favor. Like, he was being a chill ass dude. He was, you know what I mean? He ain't the one coming out here sharing drama. This is, I was being a stand up guy, and really, like, dude, I don't fuck with nobody. I don't harm nobody. Like, how you gonna do me like that? So yeah, I'm glad JJ came out with this shit, because this just shows people's true colors.
even though I like Struggle Jennings as a person, I think he's a pretty good dude. Was even going to do some music with him. Helped him out. Even when I didn't know him from Adam, it was a friend of a friend. Helped him out several times, only to be repaid by, man, I'm sorry, but you're sorry, but you won't do nothing about it, even though you're responsible for it. That shows me that you ain't shit. You ain't got no grit. You didn't learn nothing over there in the school of hard knocks or whatever, because while thieves and crooked people might not have a code of honor, you know what I'm saying, good men have a code of honor and respect, even ones that are primal and pull things apart with their hands like
Them fucking eyes though. Yeah. Like, that just shows you JJ is a crazy motherfucker. That fucking look. And that's true, dude. Like, outside of that look, like, good men have a fucking code. The school of hard knocks, prison, it may reform some, but most of the time it just makes them better at their craft, because they're hanging out with other people that do the same shit. I've been to jail. I might not have been to prison, but I've been to jail. And I'll tell you, it sent me down a road of hanging out with the wrong fucking people. No lie. There's some friendships I'm thankful for from that time, and there's some friendships that, I ain't gonna lie, I made some really stupid decisions because I was hanging out with certain people. So, what I will say from that, though, is I think most of the time the prison reform system makes better criminals. Truthfully.
I do. You know, I might be Jebediah Johnson and be the mountain man pulling stones out of a turkey gizzard. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I could tell you what it ate. Yeah, I'm doing shit like that, man. I really am. I might be like that, but I got class too. You know what I'm saying? I can speak to people articulately. I've got a dictionary that goes deep. I understand the words that I speak, and I can speak very well. It seems to me, though, that guy, Struggle Jennings, he would like to have you believe that he's, you know, very articulate and very deep, and in some senses he is, but he's not deep enough to understand a simple principle that country people have.
Damn. Let's get on to part 2.
You fix it. And I'm going to tell you a story about what happened to me, because I've made mistakes too, and all these people would have had to done is make it right, and I'm going to explain to you why, okay? So Struggle Jennings and Jelly Roll, they both pieces of shit for taking advantage of, you know, mistaking my kindness for weakness. But
they fucking somebody over kindness, over good nature. Like, that's just, bruh. You know what I mean?
I'm going to tell you a story about me messing something up. Just like those people mess something up of mine, I messed something up of old farmers. I tore the shit out of his field when I was a kid, okay? I was probably like 15 or 16, just had my license or whatever, and I was down off in the cut. We was out in the country. We was hunting down at the family farm and stuff like this, and a buddy of mine decided he was going to get a bottle of liquor, and we got a bottle of liquor, and we slamming Southern Comfort. We're driving around on the farm. We ain't on public roads. You know, we're not hurting nobody. We're not messing anything up. We're out in the field. We're cutting up. We're having a good time, right? Well, some dumbass reason, you know, the Southern Comfort or whatever was getting to me, and I decided I want to pull across the way there into this other field right here, but we didn't own that field. And I got down in this field and I started ripping and roaring. I mean, hell, I was drunker than a damn skunk. And I'm ripping and roaring in this farm field, closed course, no public roads, nothing, whatever. And I'm just cutting these donuts. We're laughing like hyenas. Hell, we don't even know what the hell we're doing. We're just bored as hell. We've done hunted for days and we're in the middle of nowhere, hours from anything. At the family farm. Well, I dipped over in old Farmer Hall's property and got stuck. It took me a minute to get up out of that shit. And I seen a car or two come down the old tar road. I seen a car or two see me off stuck and trying to get up out of this field. Didn't think much of it till a day or two after I done split town. Next day I split town. I don't know who the hell's field I was stuck in or whatever. I don't even know what the hell we was doing. We just having a good time, cranking the music, carrying on, cutting donuts, right?
Forget the chance that the farmer probably knows your parents or knows whoever owns the land and rings up and goes, "Hey, so yeah, Daddy catch your ass and whoop it."
Right, carrying on. That's what young bucks do. They're out in the middle of nowhere, you make your own fun. Well, I shouldn't have made my own fun in the middle of this old farmer's field. Right. And when I left up out of town, I drove about 2 hours away only for me to get a voicemail that to this day I still have on my phone in my voicemail. And one day I'm going to put it in a song. Because this guy, he ain't no longer here, so he can't get mad about me putting his voice in the song. But
He's smiling like old farmer ain't going to get mad about that shit, but he'll understand the story.
I've got a voicemail, dead ass, on my phone from this old farmer who's now years since passed away. But to land the plane, this is what happened. I get this voicemail and it says, "Now look at here. This is Mr. Hall from down there in La Crosse, Virginia. And I understand the way I have it is that you the man that cut the donuts in my field. And so what I'm going to tell you is you're going to either come down here and fix this field, or I'm going to prosecute you to the fullest extent of the law." So we gonna do it however you want to do it, Mr. Lawhorn. And you just let me know. And that's pretty much the voicemail right there. So I heard that on my fresh cell phone. I just got this fancy cell phone when I was 16 years old. I just couldn't believe it. I got one of the ones that flipped up and whatever. And here on my cell phone, I got a voicemail from this old farmer. Holy shit, I didn't even know he knew how to leave a message. It had found me. Somebody had seen my ass stuck in the field and told his ass. And somebody put two and two together and freaking pinned it. Told it was me. They found out it was me. We're living in the middle of nowhere, dude. These people, everybody knows everybody. So I'm caught red-handed. I tore the donuts in the man's field. I'm a 16-year-old kid. Shit. So I told my daddy, I said, Dad, I messed up. I said, I done cut some donuts in this old farmer's field. He's been called up, left a voicemail on my phone. He says he's going to prosecute me to the fullest extent of the law if I don't come down there and fix it. He said, well, you going to go down there and fix it then, ain't you? And I said, yes, sir, I'm going to go down there and fix it. So I drove 2 hours back down there to the family farm, went across the way there to that field I'd gotten over in there, and there was a man, old farmer, sitting on a 5-gallon bucket. All right. I pulled up there. I come over there and I talked. He looked at me. He didn't say nothing. I walked over there and I said, sir, I just want to go ahead before I make this right. I want to go ahead and let you know that I'm sorry. And I wasn't thinking would have done it. And I said, I'm gonna do whatever I need to make it right. And he
See, before he says what the response was, I just want to say this is the kind of shit that makes sense to guys like me and JJ. We learned at a very young age, because our parents taught us right, that if you fuck some shit up, don't sit there and lie about it. Don't sit there and try to fucking hide it. Own up to that shit. And I'll be honest with you, to this day, even in my job, I fuck some shit up. I back a vehicle into a post or something. Fuck it. Just whatever. Simple. Especially with our garage doors shit. Happens once or twice a year. Not me necessarily, but it happens. Point is, if it happens, you gonna cover it up, or are you just gonna go to your boss and go, I done fucked it up, sir. What can we do to fix it? It's covering up. Just why? Why worry about it? Why sit there and wonder when somebody's gonna figure it out? If you own up to it right away and fix it, number one, it shows the honesty in the first place. Number two, you can move on. Just saying.
He looked at me and he said, son, we've all been young. We've all made mistakes. He said, what matters is that you showed up to make it right. And he said, you gonna make it right. And that son bitch sat on a 5-gallon bucket while I took a rake and raked this man's soybean field all the way over until you could not see one damn mark.
Oh, he didn't even get to use the actual fucking tiller. Son of a bitch. Hand rake that motherfucker. You did your time, sir. You did your time.
On that field. And when the man was satisfied, after I'd been out there raking away and sweating my nuts off for about 2 hours or whatever, I looked up at him like, is this good? And he stood up off of his 5-gallon bucket and he said, it's like nothing ever happened. And I walked over to him and I said, sir, I'm so sorry again. I'm so sorry to take the time out of your day. You got to sit here and watch me make sure I made it right and everything. I'm really sorry. He said, son, don't be sorry. I was your age once. Again, what matters is that you showed up to make it right. And you know what the crazy thing was? Is that the day after I cut them donuts in that field and I went up to the local country store, somebody said, I forgot this, somebody said, some kin of mine, he said, I heard you had a good time last night down there in old boys, down there across the way there. I said, oh yeah, you heard about that. That was about the time I split town, tried to get away from it. But like I says, just as soon as everybody had knew when I did it, when I went down there and I made it right, everybody knew that I made it right. The next time I went down to that country store, they were like, hey, think a lot of you, son. You know, it takes a lot. It takes a big man to go down there and make something, you know, make a mistake and to go down there and man up and look at old farmer, 80-some-year-old farmer, hard as nails, freaking survived more shit than you'll ever wrap your mind around. To look that man in the face and apologize, mean it, and then do something to make it better. That's what separates the men from the boys. And that day right there, I gained a piece of my manhood for, you know, for doing the right thing. And so
I think one thing that's really important from this that I just kind of thought of is now that I'm around the city and stuff, community can happen, yes, but it doesn't seem to happen as often where you have the type of community, at least in my experience here, that you have in the country. You know, and by that I mean like this, what he's speaking of here, how, you know, you do something wrong, everybody know about it. You fix it, again, everybody know about it. And they respect you for it. In the city, with the amount of people that there are, a lot of the information comes through your media. And it's almost watered down or different or whatever the media chooses to do with it. And that's where you get like this major fucking disconnect. And truthfully, like, experiences like that I've had similar. Maybe not the exact same story, but similar. Of learning my lessons and owning up and all that kind of shit. Kids get raised differently when they don't go through that particular type of an experience. And that's, again, to bring it back, that's how we get to dudes that'll borrow some shit or whatever and choose to go fuck it up and not pay for it.
to those guys to land the plane, could they make it right with me? Sure. One of these days, maybe they will. I hope they do, because I like Struggle Jennings a lot. Never really been a fan of the Jelly Roll.
I'll be completely honest with you. Prior to hearing this story, I had warmed up to Jelly, probably a little bit before he started making it big. But that lasted, you know what I mean? Then you hear this shit, and it's like, damn. And I'll be completely honest with y'all. Like, I seen these videos a long time ago, and I thought about reacting to it, but I was like, stay away from the drama kind of thing. But it's become very relevant with everything that's coming full circle in, like I said, the country rap world. And it starts to speak to people's character. It starts to paint a picture when you can see JJ saying some shit, Church saying some shit, so-and-so, like, talking to Jesse B is another one, like, looking into the label artists and all that kind of shit and what the labels are doing. It starts to paint a fucking picture for y'all. And that's why I'm covering stuff like this, is because I feel like, as a fan, I've gotten to know a lot about this industry. And what's really cool is, as I've gotten into reacting, there's people who have told me things. I've met different people that can tell me things. And as I can provide proof, I can share these things with people. But I do my best not to share hearsay, because I don't want to be the rumor mill. But yeah, I'm covering stuff like this because I feel like it's of value to some of the fans. Just like it was of value to me to know about these things within the industry. And I feel like I will more than likely continue to cover things like this. Hopefully, I know Jesse's been busy as fuck, but hopefully we will eventually get back into that as well. I know she's been doing all kinds of things. Girl's been on a fucking fitness kicker lately, that I've seen, and super proud of her. I need to get on a fitness kick myself, to be honest, but yeah, let's just go back into it. I just felt that needed to be said.
Don't like his music. Don't like him as a person still. But anyways, man, it's a sad thing. It's like nowadays we're living.
Oh, and that's, sorry, sidetrack again, but that's what I was kind of getting at, was like Jelly. I'll still listen to his music because I did warm up to it, but I definitely think of him differently as a person now, because I would have never guessed some of this shit. And this is, I'm glad JJ shared this with us, but disappointed, you know? Just like I'm disappointed with like other shit, you know, as I'm starting to learn about it. And struggle, like JJ saying he hopes they'll make it right. I have hope for struggle to make it right, because I have probably way more respect for struggle than I do for Jelly. I've man, how many times I said that smooth motherfucker? Like, I'm almost a little jealous with how he can pull off the turquoise, but I can only hope the man makes this shit right. That would only make sense to me.
Living in a world where there's these people out here that want to paint themselves like men of principles, but yet you ain't really a man of principle if you can't make some shit that you messed up right. So at the end of the day, ain't nobody looking for me, and I ain't hiding from nobody, and ain't nobody hiding from me, and that's the way I like to be. You know what I'm saying? I don't gotta run, I don't gotta hide, I don't gotta nothing. People know about me, you know, all the people that know anybody at all that are connected to anything in this country music shit, they know about me. They might whisper and not talk in person, or might not say, but whatever. Some of them actually might have the nuts to say I'm crazy, or we know this guy, he did this.
JJ, I still remember you early on when I first found you from, I forget what song you were on with Church, but I remember the feature. And like, I checked out a bunch of your shit and I was like, this is a crazy ass country boy. I love it. I fucking love it. Like, I fuck with this dude.
That you chased a possum behind Justin Moore's tour bus and jumped off the stage in front of 10,000 people and crowd surfed across the way there, made it out of every dive bar that was for real. I mean, when you play shit called the Grand Wizard Saloon, you know what I'm saying? You go, how the hell did we get booked here? We're going to fire the booking agent, but damn, we still got to play. And it's a whole damn bar full of 1%ers and people that would just eat your breakfast. Guys sitting there blowing speed up their nose or something like this. You could look like they going to come out of a damn drug fueled craze and beat your ass with a cue stick. Son, I seen old boys sit there and put cigarettes out on their arm in front of me and then stick their finger up in my face like that, boy, right there. I'm talking about pull my guitar off.
I've seen some of that shit, but bruh, those dudes is still, I just don't, those kind of dudes I don't understand. Like, how do you, it's just a different world. I mean, obviously, I understand where racism was at and all that kind of shit, but I just, like, the Grand Wizards and the fucking, how is that still a thing today? Been around it. I don't know, man. The logic of that shit just don't make no sense to me. But I get what he's saying. Hey, those can be some scary motherfuckers, to be honest. Like, but if you know how to hold yourself, that's like, you know, you'd hear some lefty motherfuckers be like, "Oh, you should tell them they're wrong." Do you want to die? I mean, because that's how you die. Yeah, I'm not trying to die today. There's hills that you can stand on, and that in front of a fucking yeah, you stand on that hill, you're gonna probably die on that fucking hill. I'll tell you that.
And about crack somebody in the head, you know what I mean? You ain't got no idea. I used to wear a chain around my guitar. I got a strap that I used to wear around my electric guitar. And people was like, damn,
steal it.
That's a fake chain. And I'd pick it up off of my guitar and drop it on the stage, and the shit sounded like a sack of bricks, you know, because it was a real chain. Like, pull it.
Got a chain just in case you gotta use it.
Truck with it, 4,000, 5,000 pound, whatever, real shit. Because there was times where I had to take that shit off and be like, oh yeah, you really want to try and wreck me, you and your 3 friends? Well, guess what? Well, you and your 3 friends, you're gonna be the first one to get it out of the, and then I'm gonna get them other 2. Because when I come across your thigh with that freaking towing chain strap, yeah, we gonna see. You ain't Billy Badass no more. You gonna leave the guy with the long hair alone that you thought you could mess with. You thought I was a boy named Sue, but I ain't named Sue. I'm gonna bust out the pool cue, I'm gonna bust out the chain, and I'm gonna whoop your ass up and down the block, and we gonna send you packing on.
You peaceful till you ain't. You peaceful till somebody make you have to stand your ground. That's the way to be, bro.
Back down there to mama, and I'm gonna make it out the club alive with about 10 grand in my pocket and go on back to the next place. And see, that's what your boy came up on. None of these country music singers that are playing these big venues and these club or these festivals and these big arenas and shit like that, most of them didn't come up grinding it out in the little honky tonk in middle of nowhere, West Virginia, or the damn Grand Wizard Saloon, or what the hell, your Snorty Horse, or something like that.
I mean, just because I've seen it, I'm gonna tell you right now. Might have seen it. That don't mean I'm trying to go there. Just gonna put it to you that way. Like, bruh, maybe if I was, I guess if I was trying to grind like that, if I was trying to be a musician and that was part of the path, like I'd tough it out. But, whew, that's a tough path, bruh.
This damn middle of nowhere. That's where I come up. Do you think the people look like me in the middle of nowhere? Hell no. You think that people wanted to try me, try to pull my card? You think that people tried to freaking get me all the time? Hell yeah, they did. Yeah, because they would have loved it. The world star, the dude with the busted cowboy hat and the pigtail braids. Oh yeah, you a girl, you a blah blah. Shit, I've heard it all. But I tell you what, them and their boys, they try.
JJ been rocking that long hair for a minute, bro. For a minute. I remember when I think when I started following him, it was already longer hair, kind of like my uncle. But, I mean, whew. Boy, that's dedication. And go ahead, fuck with them ponytails. Or fuck with whatever you call them. I don't remember what you call the braids, but I'll just call them braids. Let's go with that. Because I ain't trying to disrespect you. But go ahead and fuck with them and see what happened to you. JJ, whoop your fucking ass.
Try to jump on me, I rip that antenna off their car and say, which one of you wants it first, you sons of bitches? Watch this. Wapow. And see, that's the thing. That's the untold truth of the JJ.
Here's your switch.
Lawhorn, that everybody wanted to see me fail where I came from. A lot of people thought that they was just gonna world star my ass and send me packing, but they couldn't. They tried. It wasn't a challenge. I didn't want no smoke with nobody. But as soon as they started, we just gonna go ahead and tell you the rest.
Ain't start no shit, but I'll finish it.
To the story. You reached out and swung, and you 2 boys came in there in a heated rush, and I broke your thigh, and you laying underneath the truck now. Right. Yeah, there ain't no rules in fighting, ain't no rules and that kind of shit. And I grew up gritty, man. I seen more people get their face displaced.
See, and that's the thing that I find funny. So many motherfuckers feel like there's a code to fighting or something. Like, nah. You try to fight somebody on the street, no regulations, no exception, you're starting something with some random person on the street, or even somebody you know. You starting some shit. There's no rules, bud. You're gonna find that out real quick.
I've seen more people get shot at, stabbed. I've been stabbed twice. I don't say that shit to be some hard ass. I'm telling you right now, lived a gritty life, man. When I was 13, 14 years old, I could walk 7, 8, 9, 10 miles in any direction and go wherever I wanted. It was the only thing I feared was mama whooping my ass if I did not come back on time for dinner. If I got all my shit done, If I got all my chores done, I got done working on a farm, what was I doing? I was walking 6, 7, 8, 9 miles off in the cut, boy. I'm wading in the water down there. I got my toes down in the water. Freaking, there goes a 2-foot long bowfin with freaking teeth like piranhas. Them some bitches see something like that with sitting there with his mouth open in the shallow water. They ain't never getting back in that damn creek. It might as well be an alligator. That's what I did every day, man. I baled hay. I worked for the old farmers, and then when I got done working for them, and I got done working for my mom and my daddy and doing work on the farm, what I do? I went off in the cut, boy. I got my shit from out the mud. I got the experience, the life experience, the woodsmanship experience from doing it, from really growing up like that. You show me where there's a place where a kid can go walk 7 miles and not have to worry about some pedophile abducting their ass or something like this. Shit's getting rarer and rarer nowadays. There's all kinds of crazy people out there in the world. There's all kinds of crazy shit going on. It's just a different world than when I was growing up. You know, it's a different world than 15 years ago. It's a different world than 10 years ago. Different world than 25 years ago. But I say all this shit to say, man, is that at the end of the day, it ain't dead yet. Them some bitches would like to have you believe that country music really is dead. But as long as I'm alive, it ain't dead. And there's going to be people on here that bitch piss and moan and say, JJ Lawhorn don't make real country music. Show me somebody who makes country music that actually lives a country lifestyle and sings the shit that they're living. Show me one of them. Show me one of them. Show me one of them that lived without running water. Show me one of them that lived on the side of a mountain. You know what I'm saying? Show me one of them really living a real country life. I know all the guys that are really country that are left, and most of them ain't even relevant anymore. You know, you got guys like Gary Allen and shit like this. He done put out an album, sell 2,000 copies. Gary Allen's a damn legend, and nobody gives a shit. They just want to tune into TikTok and see who's hitting that dance and going viral on this bitch. And they care more about, the record label cares more about.
Yo, I feel him on that, and he's 100% right, but I don't give a fuck about no TikTok. Look at mine. Like, I was laughing, I think it was on my Instagram actually, but either way, some dude's like, if you'd spend more time, bruh, but I don't, like, here, YouTube, maybe Rumble. That's all I give a fuck about. I give a fuck about, like, the long form shit. I don't fuck about your little swiping Bro, I know my ADD ass, and those apps is ADD as fuck. You think I'm gonna gain your attention? I ain't working that hard. Fuck that. I'm doing this shit out of entertainment and share some shit with you. Y'all want to watch? Great. I ain't trying to do the little monkey dance so you watch me on the fucking ADD app. Like, bruh, TikTok, nah. Not to mention develop following on a platform that is Chinese as fuck. I'm good, bro. I'll wait till that one becomes like Facebook. There'll be another one. I may make money off TikTok at some point, but that is not my aim, bro. Like, fuck that shit. Fuck that shit.
Who's going viral on the damn TikTok than they do about who's a country music legend that's making good music. They ain't pushing good music. They pushing bullshit. They pushing shit that they can brainwash your ass with into thinking, hey, this is country music.
Reasons why I ain't interested in TikTok.
Yeah, this is good. It sounds like pop music. Yeah, I'm not a fan of country, but I kind of like this shit here. Yeah. Now, you don't put the radio station on, the hip-hop station, and hear polka and go, damn it, man. Yeah, this is hip-hop. No, you go, shit, what happened? What, they got accordions and people going, oh, yeah, on there. What the hell? This ain't hip-hop station. What happened to 95.2 or whatever? You would freak out. You would flip out if you heard another genre being played on another genre station. But that's exactly what they're doing with country music, man.
Speaking of other genres, little side note, like, we used to have a fucking comedy station that you could flip to in Colorado. Like, a lot of the time, if I played the radio, I don't want to sit and listen to commercials nonstop. Like, you'd usually flip to the comedy station. It'd be cool. I don't know why. But that shit's gone. And that was, like, one of the few major benefits of being in the city. Yeah, I know that sounds petty as fuck. I'm a country boy, but I was like, dude, we got a comedy station. Like, Anyway, that's my ADD moment off of what he was saying.
So support people that are artists that are trying to make good substance, wholesome shit that people can relate to, believe in, shit that affects people in a positive way. Support these people, man. Protect these people, man. You don't gotta protect me, but support me if you are so kind. Help me put some shoes on my baby's feet. You know what I'm saying? Support me. You ain't got to protect me, but the rest of these some bitches, protect them, because if they are a country and they're still around, they gonna get hit hard. I'm just good at staying out of the way. I know how to slip off in the hills and disappear if I need to. The mother some bitches, they ain't got the means to protect themselves, so protect them some bitches.
Reasons why I'm moving closer to the mountains, sir. Shit hits the fan, I'ma slip off. And you won't know where I'm at until you get picked off. Just say it. That's... Unfortunately, that's kind of where I see the world going. We ain't there yet, but pretty goddamn close.
You know what I'm saying? Pray for me, protect them, support me if you will. But just know, until I die, country music ain't dead. They might have killed the tree that is country music, but they can't stop the acorns that falling off that sumbitch already. It's already sprouting up new growth, sprouting up new life, man. And it happens every time I put out a song. Come on. You know about that shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's the truth.
JJ motherfucking Lawhorn. Love it. Love it, bro. He telling the truth. He telling like it is. And I'll be honest with you. Since that video came out, and I seen it a long time ago. I don't know if I said that. But since some videos came out, I haven't heard rebuttals. I've seen a whole lot of almost like it never happened. It's kind of sad, man. Kind of fucking sad. And if somebody's got, please, dear God, if you got evidence of these dudes either rebuttaling it or showing evidence that they came back and they made up for that shit, or show me like JJ saying some shit that, hey, these dudes is cool. Like Struggle came back and showed what's up. Jelly came back and showed what's up. Like, they apologized. They was real men about it. Feel free. Drop her in the comments, dude. I'm down with it. But I ain't seen nothing. Nobody told me nothing about it. And I've talked to other reactors about this shit too. I would have thought somebody would have told me, hey, actually, But y'all like this reaction, go ahead and smash that like button down below. Thank you guys for commenting, sharing, and subscribing. Of course, be sure to check out JJ Lawhorn's page. Your boy ain't linking Shotgun Shane on this shit. This was all JJ. So, yeah, it was all JJ. If it had any creative rights to Shotgun, great, but it does not. So, appreciate y'all being here, as always. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.